Browns have the sixth pick in the draft. What are some of the? Is it a deeper draft at wide receiver or tackle, in your opinion?
I think it's definitely deeper at wide receiver. I was looking through our draft board, and I think there's guys all the way through about that round four range that I really like at wide receiver. I think once you get past the first three or four guys at offensive tackle, you start to have some questions about, who could really be a star talent. There's just not as much depth, right? I know we say it with receiver every year that the depth gets better, but it really is true. So I do wonder if the Browns take an approach to that sixth overall pick of let's find a star offensive lineman now to really get this thing going, and then we can find more depth at receiver later on in rounds 2 and 3.
Who are some of the guys that jump out as tackles, offensive linemen that you think could come in and be studs? A guy that plays 10 years.
I think three that have big potential, and even I think there's a couple of them that even have positional questions as far as whether they're going to be tackles or guards. But number one, you'll see him tonight. Miami's Francis Mauanoa. He looks like a lock at right tackle. I think he's going to stay there in the NFL. Big, powerful tackles, really good in both the run and pass games. Two is Spencer Fano, the right tackle from Utah. Outstanding run blocker, a little bit short on the arm length, so we'll see what teams view him as a tackle or a guard. And then the third one is the big left tackle, Caden Proctor from Alabama. He's 6'7". He's 350 pounds, but he's a really good athlete even for that size. His footwork and pass protection is very underrated even for a guy that size. So I think those three guys are the ones that I feel good about going in the first round, and a couple others may get added in there too.
So let me ask you this about wide receivers. I'm getting big on contested catches because the Browns haven't had guys that go and do that. Who are some guys coming out that go up and get the 50-50 balls and are good through contact?
I think three guys that jump out of me, they'll go at various points in the top 50. Number one is Carnell Tate from Ohio State. He can get downfield. He's not afraid of those contested situations. Number two is Denzel Boston from Washington. He's got a solid 6'3" frame. He reminds me a lot of Jaden Higgins, who the Houston Texans took early in the second round last year. And the third one is actually going to be playing tomorrow night. Elijah Surratt has been one of the best contested catch receivers, both at James Madison and at Indiana under Curt Cignetti for the last few years. Those are the three guys that I think are going to go in the top 50 range, that if you want some size and some contested catchability, that's where you're looking.